Hi everyone, this is Almin from Dental Chic, and today I'm going to be discussing dental whitening. It's my favorite topic. So, how does it work? When we whiten our teeth, we need to use peroxide. So peroxide, we all know from hair bleaching, whatever, all you blondes out there should know that peroxide works really well at bleaching things. So it also works really well with teeth. So how it works is if you put peroxide on the tooth, it penetrates the crystal of the tooth and it starts breaking molecule protein bindings, which scatters the molecules and then they reflect light better so they look whiter. So I made a little illustration. So this is your tooth normally. You can see that it's yellowish and it has some superficial stains. So the superficial stains are really easy for me to remove. You come for a scale and polish, I remove those for you. And then we take impressions of your mouth so that I can make custom trays for you that are specifically for your mouth so that we know that they fit you exactly. So then, when the peroxide works, it scatters the molecules. So now, if you look closely, you'll see that there is still some yellow there, but the white dots are more spaced out. So then the whole effect is whiter. So you can compare these two. See? Can you see the difference? And then obviously no more superficial stains. So I'm just going to quickly show you how this works. The product that I use is called White Dental Beauty. It's an amazing product, and what makes it different is it has an extra active ingredient in it, apart from the peroxide. And that active ingredient is called Novon. But that's really just a sexy name for sodium tripolyphosphate. And what sodium tripolyphosphate does is it creates a pH spike in the mouth. So the minute you put it in, the pH goes up to about 8.5, which is very alkaline. And that causes the peroxide to break down much, much faster. So it works faster. Therefore, you don't need such a strong peroxide because peroxide can cause sensitivity, which is unpleasant. But if you've ever had a wax, you know that beauty knows no pain. The ladies out there know exactly what I'm talking about. So if the pH breaks down faster in your mouth and it's active quicker, you don't have to wear it as long either. So how it works is, this is a 3 ml syringe. I usually give only 2 of these syringes per bleaching, still trying to keep the price as low as possible. And I find that 2 3 ml syringes are sufficient to bleach your teeth until they look like mine. See, I only wore this product for 5 days for half an hour in the morning while I was doing my hair and my makeup. And then I took it out and I went 3 shades whiter. 3 shades doesn't sound like much, but it made a massive difference. So when you get your syringe, you break off the tip so that you can get the gel out. And then the tip, if you turn it around, it's a little doppy, so you can put it back on. The trick is really to be really, really stingy with your gel. Because if you put too much gel in your tray, it'll just come out onto your gums and then burn your gums. And if that happens, it's nothing to stress about, but it means that you're wasting gel that you could be using to whiten your teeth rather. So the old bleaching trays, we used to put little reservoirs in the front so that there's a space for the gel to put the gel into, and then we would scallop it so that if the gel came onto the gum, you can easily remove it. But now, latest study shows that the tighter the tray sits, the better the gel works. So we don't do the reservoirs anymore, and we don't scallop because we want it to create a bit of suction in the mouth. It needs to sit as tight as possible. And then you take your tray, you take your gel, and you just put little dots. It's about as much as a match's head. So it's really very little. You can see there, round about there. See, in the front of the teeth, dot, 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 and dot. You don't have to bleach all the way to the back, mostly just the smile line. So you can see that up to the premolars, you can see a smile line. You put them in, you can hardly see it. You have a sexy little lisp once you've done it. You put the bottom in as well. So the bottom one is exactly the same. You put a little bit of gel in the front of each tooth. Put that one in. See, it's hardly visible. It's very comfortable. If you put it in and you feel any burning on your gums, you know that you put too much gel in, and then next time you need to use less gel. When you're done bleaching, you take it out and then you just rinse it with water. If you want, you can scrub it a little bit with sunlight liquid. Always keep it in a little box like this one because dogs love eating it. I even have a friend whose cat ate hers, so always keep it in this box. Don't wrap it in a tissue because it will get thrown out. So to be scientific about this, we always take your color with my trusty shade guide. So we can see what color we are. You can see here that I'm right there on the edge of the spectrum because I have bleached a lot. And most people are around here. I used to be around there as well. So you can see the difference that it made. Something I have noticed is that even if your front teeth are very white, the canines tend to be a darker shade. So even if you only bleach your canines, it makes a big difference to your smile in general. So we take your shade before we start bleaching, and then we take the shade again after we've done the bleaching, just to be sure that you are happy and that you have reached the result that you were looking for. So I'm currently doing bleachings for 1,500. I think that's a very good price. You never have to do it really again. I have noticed that you start getting used to your new color and then you think that your teeth are yellow again, but then we just whip out the old shade guide again and then everything's fine. You can see that your teeth are still beautiful. You can just come maybe once a year for a scale and polish to remove superficial stains, especially smokers, big coffee drinkers, red wine, curry, that kind of stuff. All of that can create stains on the insides and then it shows through as yellow. And that is our bleaching lesson for today. Thank you. Bye.